Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 38 of 2023. So for this spread, I first just grabbed out a few bits from my stash. I have two random cards that I found in my stash, like journaling cards. And then for the top title card here that I'm already working on, and the lower card there with a picture of me and my friend, those are just cut out of Pink Fresh Studio paper. I'm not exactly sure which collection. I have so many collections of that right now, just from different projects that I've been working on. But I wanted a couple 4x6 cards, so I decided to go with this light pink paper. Then for this last card here that I'm working on now, I knew that I was going to kind of create my own card using some of this Doc Martens like tissue paper that I got whenever I ordered my shoes this past week. So I just took an older journaling card that I wasn't going to be using, a 4x6, and then I adhered some of the tissue paper to it. Now I am only going to be using just the 3x4 side there, so I covered the other side up with one of my photos, and then I kind of made my own journaling card where I was able to use some of the real life ephemera from my Doc Martens packaging, the tissue paper, along with one of the little labels that came on my shoes that I cut out and popped right on. So now, with that said about the cards, I am going to change them up quite a bit. I'm just never really happy with the journaling, with the title card. And then I very quickly start to be annoyed with the photo here at the bottom that I'm working on now. I just really don't end up liking the way that it works. So I'm going to completely scratch all the ideas that you're about to see, and I'm going to kind of just start over with a different pattern paper. But for now, I'm just showing you little bits and pieces of the entire process. So we start off with those gold alphas on the title card. I did not like those. So then I pulled out this older stamp set that I think was maybe Citrus Twist and Retro Hip Mama, that has all the different weeks and words like that go along with creating a title card. So I popped on week 38, and then I also found a stamp that had a label, so I thought, okay, I'll stamp that on. I did not end up liking that, so I grab another piece of some scratch paper here, and I go ahead and stamp it again. I pop that on, and that's what you're going to see for a while until I decide to again redo it. So just bear with me. I don't even mind this card, but it just wasn't doing it for me personally. I kept wanting to add something else to it, and I could never find anything else that really worked. So we're just gonna change it all up as we go, but I wanted to keep the process in so you could see kind of how we started to where we ended up. So as far as my photos this week, I had a really nice week and also a very busy weekend. So my weekend started off with actually the two photos on the bottom of my friend Casey's birthday dinner. So her birthday always kicks off birthday season for me and all of my friends. So that is always exciting once her birthday rolls around. And we celebrated her this Friday, and it was so much fun. We went to a pizza place. Everyone had a blast, and I just loved that night so much. So I have a selfie of me and Casey there at the bottom, and then I have a little group shot over there as well. So that was really fun on Friday, and you can see that I'm trying to create this card here. So I ended up using an older stamp set that I have that I've used several times throughout, but I don't use it that much in my project life for whatever reason, but I've used it like in my media journal and things like that. And it says, I like this a lot. Now I really love that stamp, but I could not find ink pad that really matched perfectly, and I didn't want to use black again, but I feel like that color just sticks out and it's not quite right, so I don't like that. So I will change that eventually. Also, I'm still trying to add something to this title card, and as you can see, I'm pulling them off. I don't like the way that those look, so I'm just really struggling through this thing here for a minute. But after Friday night, on Saturday, I had double Zooms with my patrons. We had both our book club Zoom and then a crafty Zoom after that. So you can see both of those little black and white pictures documenting that. Then on Sunday, me and Will had tickets to go to the local Redbirds game here, a baseball game, which was really fun. We lost, but it was still a good time. We had fun together, and it was something kind of different to do. We've only gone to a couple of those games throughout our entire relationship, so it was really fun. So that's what those pictures are up at the top. And then besides that, you can just see my very warty pumpkin that I picked up while grocery shopping over the weekend as well, and I just thought it was so cute. So I had to snap a picture of that to add in here. So now you can see that I pulled out all of these small titles from Pink Fresh. So like I said, I have tons of Pink Fresh stuff just floating around my craft room right now because I've used it for several projects recently. So I have so much of it. So I grabbed out all of these little small like titles, and I really liked the way that those looked. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to start over with the title card and with this card down here at the bottom. I'm going to use this really cute polka dot that's also from Pink Fresh, but I liked it because it brought in a little bit of the green, which are in some of those bottom photos there of me and Casey, and also brought in a little bit of the orange, which of course helped with the pumpkin. So I just thought that this matched a little bit better. I also grabbed over some of these Pink Fresh alphas, the tiny alphas, and I kind of wonkily put week, and then I'm going to use the same little numbers here that I used before that I think were from Ellie's studio, just to put the 38 back into place. And then I will stamp on my title, or excuse me, my dates. Oh my goodness. And I just think that that ends up looking so much better. It's just nice and clean and easy, and I really like it a lot, actually. So I'm very glad that I went with my gut and changed it up. So y'all know me, if you've been following over here for any length of time, that if I start doing something and I'm not feeling it, I will change that in a heartbeat. So if I'm not liking it, I just can't keep rolling with it. I have to just start over. So I'm really glad I did, and I like the outcome. So I grabbed out one of those gold ampersands that went with the gold alphas that I was trying to use earlier, and I just decided to pop it on just to go with some of the little gold stars that I'd already put into place. I thought that it was just cute. And then for this journaling card, I grabbed out those same LA Studio numbers that I used on my title card, just so I could have a 1, a 2, and a 3 to make my journaling a little bit easier, because then I could just pop in like a little sentence blurb about 3 things that were going on lately, and not having to do necessarily like paragraph journaling, which is sometimes a little bit more of a challenge. So that journaling card was just kind of about all the different things that were going on from the week. And then this bottom journaling card is all about going to Casey's birthday, because not only was it an awesome time, but I also gifted her 2 big 12 by 12 albums of her daughter Andy's second year of life, and that was really exciting as well. And I also included a little text message over there by the selfie of us, of her reaction to receiving the albums, and I love doing that as well, just to add in other voices, and it's a great way to remember those little moments, which I think is really fun. I'm going to pop the date in here, and then I think I might add a couple other gold stars, things like that, just to finish off the page. But for the most part, we are all done. So it took me a minute to get there this time, but I really like the way that it ended up looking, and pretty soon we're going to be into October and all of the spooky layouts, and I cannot wait. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this quick and easy process video. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I'll be back at you super soon with another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, y'all.